Greetings travelers, I'm your host for today, Sumi, and I welcome you all to the Prince Cup Pacific Finals Recap. After 3 days of nail-biting matches, the competition has finally reached its climax. On one side, we have Dio, the dark horse who has been sweeping many titans of competitive TCG off their feet, and on the other is Inzaghi, who many in the competition have called the protagonist. Having won a Prince Cup last year, he was a heavy favorite to sweep the competition, but instead, he has had to crawl his way back from the lower bracket to shine once again on the main stage. After 6 close matches, the finals is finally reaching its conclusion. Only one of these fierce competitors can lift the trophy, but who will it be? Let's find out by diving straight into the final match. In this match, Dio is playing Bennett Overload, a deck that seeks to use Bennett's Burst Fantastic Voyage in conjunction with Elemental Resonance Fervent Flames and Thunder Manifestation's Lightning Rod to snipe high-value targets off of Inzaghi's board. On the other hand, Inzaghi is playing Double Dragon Magic, a popular deck from last patch that wants to control the opponent with the freeze reaction in order to buy time to equip Nouvelette, and then use cards like Gilded Dreams, Lyre Song, and Boar Princess to generate enough dice in a single turn to crush opponents. The early game is a stalemate. Inzaghi needs to be careful of which character he attacks with to play around getting sniped by Thunder Manifestation, as the first action he does on a character per turn will move the Lightning Rod over to them, and the elemental skill of the Thunder Manifestation will always attack the character with Lightning Rod attached, regardless if it is the active character. On the other hand, Dio has very little dice generation, meaning he is able to at most do 2 elemental skills per turn, and without Bennett Burst, he won't be able to do enough damage to break through Inzaghi's defenses. This forces both players to play slowly and wait until they can find their key cards. It's in round 4 that Dio finds an opening, knocking out Inzaghi's Ajdaha, but this is not without a heavy cost. By doing this, Dio put himself at a heavy dice disadvantage of a measly 5 dice to Inzaghi's 10 after his Parametric Transformer activates. This forces Dio to swap stall for the rest of the round, or else Nouvelette, who has a weapon equipped, can easily sweep his team with the help of a few Gambler's Earrings resets. Inzaghi uses this advantage to the fullest, by applying Cryo on all of Dio's characters with the help of the Cryo Hypostasis. In round 5, Inzaghi starts his counterattack. With his superior setup, Inzaghi is able to force Dio onto just Abyss Lecter Fathomless Flames after popping its revive. That's not to say Dio made it easier for him, however. With its dying breath, Dio was able to use the Thunder Manifestation's Elemental Burst to summon the Thundering Shackles with the help of Eye of Enlastien, bringing Nouvelette just within range of getting one-shot by Abyss Lecter next turn. In round 6, Dio is at a significant disadvantage. However, he still has a slim chance at winning. If he is able to get a Lotus Flower Crisp from his end phase draw, or a Tiamat Fried Egg from any source, he can still turn the game around. The round starts, and Dio does not have a Lotus Flower Crisp, but he does still have a Chef Mao and another food card in hand. Chef Mao received a change in patch 4.1 that the first time he gives you dice, he will also draw you 1 random food card from your deck. Dio eats his food, and it's a Lotus Flower Crisp, but he can't play it because the Abyss Lecter is already satiated. Dio just lost the game off a coin flip. He had already played every other food card in his deck other than his second Lotus Flower Crisps and his Tiamat Fried Egg, and with just 1 HP on his Cryo Hypostasis, Inzaghi takes the game and the series against Dio to become the Prince Cup Pacific champion. Talk about being the protagonist. Congratulations to Inzaghi for becoming the first 2-time champion of the Prince Cup. We will look forward to his exciting performances in future competitions.